Crafters TV. It is Monday. Well, it's Monday afternoon here in the UK. It might be morning where you are, but it's all about Monday makers for the next couple of hours. Our weekly show where we maybe get into a little bit more detail. What we always bring you though, whatever we get up to, is incredible deals, and we've got lots of those in the show for you, and of course incredible crafty experts, and I don't think they get more incredible than the boss herself, Sara. How exciting to have you with us for a Monday Makers.
Oh, Monday Makers is actually one of my favourite shows of the whole week, not least because you get to choose what we have on it ourselves. So once I knew I was doing this Monday Makers, I got to pick 3 of my favourite collections to work with, where I feel like I've got some really crafty hints and tips, in-depth knowledge, bits of stuff that I can impart on you. So I promise you I have got an unbelievable 2 hours lined up full of some fantastic card techniques. We are literally going to be doing all sorts of shows. This is going to be one of them shows that you come back to time and time and time again.
Yeah, absolutely, it will. There's going to be so much inspiration. I hope you got yourself settled in. You've got a cup of tea on the go. Now, I thought we always kick this off with a Monday Maker deal. That's how we start every single Monday Makers. And this week's Monday Maker deal is flipping amazing. Let me tell you why. Oh, I know. Boom, boom. It is the flipping storage binder that we've got for you on the show. And you get it with 10 of the magnetic sheets as well, which is awesome. £23 or $33 to get this. It's only available for 24 hours. Mine's a bit bare, Sara. I know yours is well stocked over there, isn't it?
So the reason they're called flippin' is because you can be really organised and flip through. So for example, in a range, one of the ranges I'm going to be working on today is our character stamp and die sets. I can literally flip through all of my characters. Awesome. And I've just put one in each in here. You could actually put these back to back. So you see this comes out of here and goes back to back in here, so that you can get twice as many in each one, so that you can flip and have stuff on the front and back of each one of these. I mean, honestly, it is so organised. But what I found is you can take, like for example, I could take these in the packaging, and I could just, you can either lie the whole packaging in, or you can trim these down and put them in the packaging, right? But it's so much better when you have the magnetic panels, right? So for example, look here, I wanted to show you, I've got my double-sided dies on here. We've got the double-sided dies on the magnetic panels. So what we've done is the bundle deal today, so you flip and storage, but you also get 10 of the magnetic panels included. Now you can either go full size with the magnetic panels on the back, or I've just got a one here, so you can see half size. If you cut it down a little bit, then you can flip through them like this. So honestly, it is absolutely brilliant. I'm saying all of this, Joe. I can tell you now for definite, this will not last the duration of the show. This absolutely categorically will sell out in this show because it is so awesome and on such a great deal.
Yeah, and it is a flipping great deal. Is what it is. £23 or $33 gets you the binder itself and 10 of the magnetic sheets in there as well, which is awesome. We're going to have a really busy show. If you want to get in touch with us through the show, we'd love to hear from you. You can do that as always over on Facebook. If you pop yourself over to Crafters TV. If you're on YouTube, you can pop into the comments there as well. If you own any of the stuff that we've got in this show, or we'd love to see what you've been creating with it as well, you can do that in all usual ways by sending us pictures to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Right, let's dive in and show you what we've got coming up. Double-sided creator card dies are on the show. These are incredible. Our creator card dies are amazing. When they're double-sided, it means you're getting double the detail in one pass. They are absolutely awesome. £110 or $130 is your price to get all 6 of these, which is absolutely awesome. We'll be focusing on those a little bit later in the show. We've got the Tri-Blend 6 packs available for you as well. $19.99 or $29.95. Any 2 of these for £35 or $50, which is awesome value to get 2 packs of these. You'll see more of those as we go through the show later as well. Really brilliant starting point. If you would prefer to go for the brush, then we do also have the Tri-Blend brush pens available for you on the show as well. They are in their 3 packs and they are $9.99 or $14.95. Any 3 of them for £26 or $40. We've also got this for you on the show. This is a fabulous Crafters Companion Essential Tools bundle. You get a ruler, you get the knife in there, craft knives, and you also get the replacement blades in there as well. £10 or $19 if you want to get that. Oh, there's a fabulous, fabulous deal though on the Lily Garden collection. I'm going to run you through it right now because it is such an awesome selection of products, and you've got a great saving on it as well. $29.92 is what you're saving on this in the UK, $35.60 if you are in the US. A really gorgeous selection of one of our most popular Nature's Garden collections that we brought to you. It's got lilies in here, it's got butterflies in here. I mean, really, what more could you require? Let me take you through what you're getting. So, first up, you're going to get the simple sentiments, which is this one here. So you've got with love, and you've got congratulations in there as well. The next one we've got for you is this gorgeous embossing folder. Now the embossing folder is awesome. It is our decadent lily. So you've got that lovely paneling in here, and then you've also got the gorgeous lilies coming up through there as well. You can, let's face it, you can never have too many schmetterlings, can you? We've got some gorgeous butterflies in here. These are fancy butterflies, so you're going to get those included as well. You're going to need some sentiments, so we're going to pop some of those in there for you too. So this is your words of love that you've got in here. A really, really gorgeous 10-piece stamp set. You'll get that included. Now we're going to move on to the stamps and dies. Now the stamps and dies in this collection are just exquisite, and that's really the true spirit of these Nature's Garden collections. So you've got the calla lilies, which are these ones just here, and then you also get as well the other type in here too. So you're going to get the beautiful lilies as well. Look at how gorgeous that big floral display is there that you're able to create. We're also going to give you some frames and corners too. You're going to get the ornate frames and corners included in here, which are beautiful. And then last but by no means least, you're going to get as well the lace border included in there too. You can get all of that crafty goodness for £39 or $44, which is amazing. You get almost £8 off of that as a platinum member in the UK. You get over £8 off of that as a platinum member in the US. It's a really, really fantastic deal. You're saving over 40% on that. I think that one's going to be really busy as we go through this Monday Maker show. I can't wait to see what Sara creates from that lovely collection. There is also an extra item that I know you're going to want to grab in the Lily collection. It is the flower forming foam. It is available separately. $8.99 or $8.95 is your price. 9 pieces. Great that you've got the white in here, because the white allows you to add colour and colour up however you wish. So really great to have that really versatile one in there. Right, something else that we've got on the show. Let's see who's saying hello first. We've got Tracy in from Ottawa in Canada. Helen saying hi from Pittsburgh. Carol in Wisconsin. Oh, Wisconsin seems to be the place to be today. Laura's also in from Wisconsin as well. Sarah in Melbourne. Nancy saying hi from South Florida as well. What an international bunch we are. A lot of love for the Monday Mega Deal as well. Sarah and Shannon both saying how awesome that idea is.
It's gonna go.
25% already of the Monday Mega Deal has gone. I knew it would go quickly. I didn't quite appreciate it was going to go this quickly. Right, we have got some amazing peekaboo stamp and dies for you available in this show. 2 different collections for you. They're just so versatile and so usable, these, and wonderful if you want to use them in a peekaboo style, wonderful if you want to use them as toppers. There are loads of different things, and the great thing is that you're not just getting the dies, you're also getting the stamps in here as well. Now, as always, the best value comes when you buy the whole collection. So they're the details that I'm going to share with you. This one is your everyday. So you've got your cat, you've also got in here your dog. You've got the elephant. I love as well with these, if you spin this around, I love how you've got the stamped image through the back there as well. And you've got all the stamps in there that you need to make a full project as well. You've then got the bear, and you've also got the giraffe.
He's my favourite.
Is that your favourite one?
Yeah, my kids love giraffes.
I think the elephant might be my favourite. Then you've got that bunny in there as well. So they are the 6 that you've got in your everyday collection. They should be $41.94 or $59.70. So an amazing saving there on those. That's one option. We've also got as well the festive edition too, which is really lovely. This one here is your festive edition. So again, 8 different stamps and dies that you've got there in total. $55.92 is what they should be in the UK today, £35, down from $79.60 in the US to $50 as well. So a really good saving again on these. And again, same principle as the previous collection. You've got your focal image in there. You've got your die cut sentiment. You can mix and match the characters with the sentiments as well. There is nothing to stop you doing that. So you've got Santa.
You know what? All them little ones, if you flick them open, you should see their bums on the inside. There they are.
I love that he's hiding his list there on the inside as well. We've then got the reindeer in here too. He's got his little bum out on the inside there. The snowman you're going to receive in here. You're also going to get, this one always seems to be one of the absolute favourites, which is the penguin. You're getting that in there. You've also got the robin in there, and also, there's loads, and you get 8 in this one, remember. You've got the polar bear, and you've also got a little festive mouse in there as well. All 8 of those, £35, $50, an awesome price to get all of those home. And really brilliant if you wanted a new collection. Also, I think if you love colouring, but you don't add too much colour, these are awesome. Now, if you wanted to go for, you wanted to sort of pick a few of these, absolutely you can. You've got the option to 2 for £11 or $17 across all of the peekaboo. So it's completely up to you. You can go for a couple of the festive ones along with a couple of the Christmas ones, one of each. You choose. You put your bundle together exactly how you wish. Details are right there on the screen. There's a lot of other stuff in this show that we might not even get to. So as always, I'd urge you to pop yourself over to the website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.eu, and click shop the show and have a little look at absolutely everything that is in the show. There is so much great stuff that you're going to be able to get yourself stocked up on. Loads of you chatting away as well and commenting. So I'm going to dive into these comments, Sarah. How have you even managed to narrow it down to what we're going to start with today, or what we're even going to get around to demonstrating?
I'm going to get around to demonstrating the lot. I've got loads to do. I'm going to be cheeky and I'm going to try and club my demos together. So for example, in peekaboo, I'm going to show you a basic and then I'm going to jump quickly into a more advanced one so that people who are brand new, they've got something. In fact, do you want me to show you what we're going to do?
Oh, yes, please.
We're going to start off with the giraffes because they're my favourite. Okay, so I do love them, and I'm going to show you just a very simple card, how you have it with the designs peeking over the top and from the inside, okay? And then once we've done that, you know I do love a good Z fold, Joe.
Always.
I'm going to go on and show you how to do a Z fold with the little peekers. So can you see how that little one, you can see him from the back, or even if you look from this angle, can you see the back of the mouse? Yeah. I think they look super cute when you do that. So I'll show you the Z fold and I'll show you how to do the very, very simple. Now, I'm going to use the tri-blends. The tri-blends, you get the best result when you work on Nina cardstock. But what happens if you want to do a card like this and you want to do a craft card finish? Did you know that we do Nina card in a craft card finish?
I did not know that.
You did not know that? It's called Nina Desert Storm.
Wow.
So I wanted you to have a look at the difference between the two. What I will do, just to be nice, is I'll do this on regular craft card because I know most people have regular, but I wanted you to see the difference in colour and texture. This is the Nina Desert Storm. Let me just show you it next to a thing of white so you can actually see the difference, right? White cardstock, Nina Desert Storm, regular craft card. So you can see the finish between the 3 different ones, okay? Now I'm going to do a nice 5x7 card. So if you're doing a 5x7, you just want your little guillotine out here. Normally it comes with a little, whatchamacallit in the top, but we're forever losing ours. So all you do is you come along to 5, right? We give it a fold. Oh, actually, I'm going to fold it the other way because I want the darker side of the craft card on the front. So there is 5, and then we trim it off along here. 5x7 is going to be there. So there is my 5x7. That's how you get a base 5x7 card ready to start on, okay? Now, all of the dies and stamp sets come like this. So can you see you get the stamps and you get the die? And what I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm just going to put these along here. If you imagine, in fact, I wouldn't imagine, I'd usually draw it. I'll draw it with me scoring tool, right? If you draw a line along here, you can see we're just going to line them all up along that line. So I'm going to go with wild. And they're an edgeable die, so they don't connect, they stay connected, they don't cut at the bottom. So you'll see you put wild in the middle, and I'm going to put a giraffe either side of him. So I'm going to go with a giraffe at one end, and then I'm going to recut with a giraffe at the other end. So as long as you can see what I'm doing, you'll be all right, good to go. And what I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm going to hold these down with a little bit of tape. Notice I'm taping the top section though. I'm not taping the bottom here, I'm taping the top section because this is the bit that's going to cut away.
Awesome. Loads of love already for these. Betsy saying she has just had a notification. She's got 5 orders on the way and they're going to be turning up any day now. How awesome is that? June as well says, I've used the butterflies in the Lily collection. They cut like butter, apparently. Valerie says, so nice to have Sara and Joe back together again, twice in one day. I know. A double Sara Monday to get you going this week, which is awesome. Belinda, it's her birthday. Happy birthday, Belinda. She's celebrating watching Crafters TV. I hope you're treating yourself to something awesome for your birthday. Hannah Horn as well says, I love all of the peekaboo. They're all so cute. And Lynn, she says she has the Desert Storm and she absolutely loves it.
There you go.
How did I not know about that?
Desert Storm, one of the best kept secrets in Crafters Companion.
Clearly is. I clearly had no idea. A lot of love also still for that Monday mega deal, the Totally Tiffany flipping binder. It's flipping busy, let me assure you of that. You guys are absolutely loving that, and it really is a fantastic way to store.
Can I tell you something else that I think you absolutely need to go for today if you don't already have it, right? This might just look like a ruler, right? But it's not, because did you notice I used this end when I drew my line? This end has actually got a metal edge embedded into it, so that when I take my craft knife and I cut down from here, you see, I don't worry about cutting into the ruler. You should always cut into a metal edged ruler when you're doing straight lines like this, because what it does is it means you won't ever cut that ruler and damage your card. So if you've never worked with it before, for the price that we've got on, you get the ruler, you get the knife, and you get the refill blades. And the refill blades, by the way, you see how you change it? This just unscrews at the top, right? And can you see they just loosen out the edge? And then you put the next one in, and then you just twist it and it tightens the whole thing back up again. And there we go, you are literally ready to go again. So then we're nice and tight again and we're ready to go with the new one. So that's how the craft knife works if you don't already own it. If you don't, trust me, you need it today.
And you've got a great saving on that as well. So you're basically, we're giving you the replacement blades free of charge, which is awesome. £10 or $19 gets you the knife, the replacement blades, and it gets you that metal edge ruler as well, which is awesome. Remember as well, no matter how you want to get hold of the peekaboos, you've got that great multi-buy across the 2 lots. So 2 for £11 or $17.
Now, whether you use regular craft card or you need a Desert Storm, you must always, always, always be stamping with your alcohol-proof ink if you don't want this to smudge. So can you see I'm going to stamp me giraffe. So I'm going to stamp his front onto there, but I'm going to do his bum on there, and I'm going to do his front on the back at this one. So I've gone with 2 giraffes on here. You might just want to have one, but I think it's really clever. So I like to show the cleverness of having the front and the back, both of them on the front of my card.
I wonder what the name is for a collective of giraffes.
Oh, I bet somebody who's watching.
Someone will know in the comments. Someone will let us know, I'm sure.
So I've got some nice pictures of me when we took the kids to feed some giraffes. They loved it. It was like an experience that my sister got for our Oliver for his birthday.
A group of giraffes is called a tower, I'm being informed.
A tower?
A tower of giraffes.
Never have known that.
I would never have guessed that, absolutely not.
Right.
Lots of you still chatting away. Can we use other edgeable word dies with these peekaboo dies? Asked Samantha.
You can use anything. So you're going to see the next card that I'm going to do, I'm actually not even going to use one of the word dies. The words are optional and the characters all interchange. And I'm going to show you loads of samples because you can mix and match all the characters as well. A lot of you all kind of collected in together. So
awesome. Can
I show you what I've got as well? I've got the tri-blends. And of course, I've got my tri-blends organised. Let me just put this out the way. I've got my tri-blends organised in my storage compartment. Yep.
Awesome.
So there's literally a space for everything. Everything's in its space, even if our Craig hasn't put everything back in its space.
Oh, Craig, what you like?
What you like. So, but can you see, if you build up and collect the whole set, they all fit in here absolutely perfectly, and it's just so organised and so brilliant.
All those 6 pieces are on the show. The marker case itself is on the show as well. £33 or $42, which is awesome. It's down from $39.99 or $49.95, so you can grab that on a great deal today as well. A great question from Evelyn coming in, Sarah. She says, what is the difference between the Nina Desert Storm and the craft card? So what sort of makes it different, sets it apart?
Right, so your you know how like when we do really good, if you want a really thorough blend, I'm just doing a tiny little bit here, so you don't need a particularly thorough. You know, we're not going to do a lot of blending here. We're just going to do a little bit of blending, right? However, if you are doing a lot of blending, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure it blends absolutely perfectly. And your perfect blend comes from using the Nina cardstock. Now, I know for a lot of you, you wouldn't dream of doing your colouring in and trying to get your blending onto just a regular white stamping card, would you not? You would always colour onto a Nina cardstock. It's exactly the same here. If you want that perfect finish and you don't want to damage any of your pen, and when I say damage, it's not going to damage them. It's just going to suck a little bit more ink out of your pens. So if that's the finish that you want, then what you're going to do is you're going to use your Nina Desert Storm instead, and you get that lovely perfect finish on it.
Awesome.
So I hope that explains.
Absolutely, it does. Shannon H says as well, could you use these dies with your own nesting dies, or do you need a certain die? If you want to create a frame, which a lot of people choose to do, there is a die available in the show. It's the window arches, and that enables you to create the frame that a lot of the finished samples do use. So that is available. It's on the show. It's $9.99 or $12.95. Would be a good addition to go with all of your peekaboos. Absolutely, if you want to use shape dies that you already have as well to create an aperture to pop these into, you can. You can do them over the edge. You can do them with a lot of other edgeable techniques that you do with irregular edgeables as well, but they do look particularly great, I say so, with those arches, which are on a great price as well. I need to let you know, almost a third of that flipping storage has gone. It's very, very busy on the Monday Mega Deal. It will only last 24 hours. I don't think it will last even that though, at this rate, because it is absolutely flying out at the moment. You get the flipping storage, and you also get, of course, 2 of the 5 packs of the magnetic sheets as well. So it really is fantastic value for money if you want to get hold of that, which is awesome. Very, very busy there as well. Which one is your favourite out of all of the peekaboos? That's what I would like to know at home, because
that is a tough question.
It is a tough one. I'll run you through the options again. So you've got your everydays, you've got the cat, the dog, the elephant, the bear, the giraffe, and the bunny. And then with the Christmas ones, you've got Santa, elf, reindeer, snowman, penguin, robin, mouse, and polar bear. They are all the options. They're all available on the mix and match, of course, for you as well.
And what you'll find is, yes, you can just go and mix and match if you want, right? That's a brilliant way to just pick a couple and get started. Just ask anybody in the comments who's got a couple. Please tell everybody that you just came back and straight away and got the rest of them, because it is one of those techniques that is just so cute when you get started. And honestly, they are very inexpensive. For what they are a really inexpensive way to get some really professional looking cards.
Yeah, they are. And I think I'm right in saying we did a whole masterclass, didn't we, on
I have done
peekaboos?
more than one masterclass. So this is the sort of product, you go and buy it, and I can tell you now, there is loads. Even just the tuition that I've done out there, I know there's loads out there, because it's one of my favourite products to work with. I've done a lot of techniquey stuff, teaching people how to do, you know, basically a lot of the techniques that I'm touching on today, but we've done them in way more detail on some of the masterclass shows where I've had a whole 2 hours. Yeah, I've done at least 2. It might even be 3.
Really awesome. Go back on the Crafts Companion website, go to the Crafts TV section and pop back and you'll be able to see all of those. So loads and loads of techniques ready for you to work with the moment you get these home. It's very busy. The Christmas ones are your favourite at the moment. You get all those stamps as well, Sarah.
You do, and what I've done is I've just stamped have a and birthday, because what you can do is you can do have a wild birthday or go wild on your birthday, and this is the idea, you see. You've got all the little words, just finish it off and tie into what the main word edgeable is, for example.
And I think that's really awesome that you get those in there, because it does mean you're ready and good to go with the whole project as soon as you get them home. You haven't got, you faff around trying to find something that goes with it. That's really, really gorgeous, that, Sarah.
Well, that was the starter point, okay? And bear in mind, the cute thing about them is you've got the front, but then they peek to the inside of the card. That's the bit that's really clever. They do all of that peeking inside. Now, that is like the easy way to start and use these. So that's what I want you to understand. You're getting these for the first time. That is how you're going to use them. Front of a card, cut away a little bit, look fantastic. But let's do something a bit more advanced. I am told that the busiest of the two sets is our Christmas set.
It is indeed. Loving the festive set at the moment.
Well,
I'm just
pleased that everybody... You show them the designs.
I'll quickly whiz you back through those Christmas ones. If I can find them, he says. There they are. I don't know where they've gone. They've flown away. So let me just quickly whiz you through the options that you are getting in here. I say options. They are available in the mix and match, but you can get them together in the bundle, which is the best way to get the best value. Oh no, Santa's got a wonky A. Let me put that back there for you. You've got the elf in here, and again, things like you're my favourite, celebrate your inner, believe in your... you've then got the reindeer, which is that one there, which is super cute. You're going to receive the snowman. You've got the penguin, which always seems to be the most popular one in this Christmas collection, the penguin. You guys absolutely love him. We've then got the robin in there. You've got that gorgeous polar bear, and you've also got the festive mouse in there as well. You can get all 8 of them for £35 or £50 if you buy all of the festive ones together. Or, as we said earlier, you can, of course, mix and match between the two collections, any two for £11 or $17. It is up to you. Just don't miss out on them whilst they're on such an awesome deal. The penguin is, as I thought it would be, in the lead, followed by the snowman, Sarah.
Oh, is that right? The penguin and then the snowman.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, actually, it doesn't surprise me. I don't know what it is about that penguin, but everybody just loves that penguin. So
I think, have you seen, do the boys watch that film, Happy Feet? Have they seen
Happy
it?
Feet? No, we haven't, but I've heard it talked about a lot of times.
You've got to watch it, especially at Christmas. It is absolutely amazing. They would love it.
Oh, well, definitely. But if it's a Christmas movie, is it like one of these December movies?
Oh, it's a proper December movie.
Right,
yeah.
okay, right. We totally go for
get it on the list. It's a proper December movie.
Right, I'm going to do my Z-fold card. You've seen me do a ton of Z-fold cards. Instead of going right from the beginning, I'm going to show you the measurements, okay? So if I can show you the measurements, I'll spend more time on the decoration. Ready? So what I've done is one larger sheet of cardstock, right? This is scored at 2.5 inches. Then 4.5 inches, and it's cut to 8.5 inches. I'll just double check I've got that exactly. Yeah, 2.5, 4.5, 8.5. Got it? Awesome. 2.5, 4.5, 8.5. And I did have a larger sheet that was like 6.5 deep. And I've just cut this first bit I've cut like 2.5 inches deep, so that you've got that section. So the way that your Z-fold cards work, you see, you've got your larger Z, and then we've got the smaller Z, and what happens is this one flips over so that you end up, can you see, when they connect on, you just get a bit of a meat in the middle. So it doesn't have to be, I quite often do them with my, this equal to this section. Can you see, so if I do 2.5, I do another 2.5, but I haven't, I've gone 2.5, 2, so that it's slightly different. But as long as you cut both of these pieces exactly the same, then when you flip this over, this connects to the front, and they're going to connect at the two sides, and it's all going to meet perfectly. All right?
Awesome.
So this is going to be my back part. I'm going to put that to one side. Can you see I've just drawn over the front with a pencil line? Yeah? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose which characters. So all my characters I have nicely organised in my flipping storage.
It's flipping busy on that flipping storage.
And just flip through, choose what it is you want to work with. Do we want the snowman? Do we want the Santa Claus? Do we want the little reindeer? You're just going to flip through and you're going to pick whatever it is you want to work with, okay? I'm going to get out this first one, and watch, you can lift the whole bit out. So if you want to just work with it, you can lift the whole bit out. Actually, if I'm being really honest, if I was doing this, I would put all of my dies onto here, right? And then I would just pop the stamps. So I would line up all the dies on and then just pop loads of the sets of stamps in. You don't need to be able to see everything, but you can store it all in here. And this binder, if you look, it's going to hold loads, isn't it? I mean, it comes with like 3 of the pouches. Each pouch has 5 on each side. So you could, by the time you fill all these up, one pouch is going to hold loads of stuff.
Absolutely it will. Very, very busy on that if you want it. Details there on the bottom of your screen. £23 or $33, down from $29.97 or $38.97. Cindy Dot's got a question for you, Sarah. She wants to know, what exactly does faff mean? Faff. Is it used all over the UK? I've never heard it before.
Yes, it is definitely a very big UK type thing. Faff means like...
a nuisance, effort, like
yes.
just
work that we don't want to be doing.
Absolutely.
It's work that we don't want to be doing. Right, here we go. So I'm going to go with my mouse, and I'm going to go with my little robin as well at the same time, okay? So what you're going to do is I'm going to put my mouse on this front panel, right? So the front panel's a long one. So my little mouse is going there. So can you see I'm going to pop that on, and I'm going to hold him in place with a little bit of tape so that the mouse does not move as he goes through. And then I'm going to do the same. I'm going to get the robin, and I'm going to pop the robin on this side, this little panel here, and I'm going to hold him in place. Always do your die cutting, by the way, with this before you do your stamping. Always better to do it that way. And then if you want, what I'm going to do, you see, I'm going to have wishes on here so that we can have jolly wishes in total. So it's like jolly Christmas wishes on here, but you don't have to have the words on if you don't want. The words are completely optional.
Am I right in thinking that all of the words work with all of the characters as well?
They do.
Awesome.
And that is mix and match across all of our ranges of the character.
Oh wow, so we could even take some of the everyday ones and mix those with festive ones.
Yep, mix them all across however you want to. Right, here we go. I'm going to get all of them on there, and we're just going to cut them like a regular die cut. Do you want a little tip? Put them on a slight jaunty angle like that, and then all it'll mean is when it goes through, you're not cutting them all at once at the same time.
Awesome. Lots of you loving these, getting very, very busy. Remember, you can get them in their collections, or you can do the mix and match with them as well. 2 for £11 or $17. There's still loads to come as well in this show. Very busy now on that Lily collection as well, I'm hearing, Sarah.
Doesn't surprise me, doesn't surprise me. Yeah, bear in mind, I'm only demoing the first item here, right? So here we go. So I'm going to get these on here. Just take these off. This is why you should always be careful, by the way, when you're putting your tape on, and always put your tape onto the top. Because look at that, we've got the tape, and then of course you're going to use that lovely knife, and you're just going to connect all of these cuts, you see. And it's really simple to do. It gives you like a starter point on each one of your lines. So there is that first point that we've got there. So to just show you how that's looking on the card, you can see how that's going to come together and make us the card already.
Awesome.
Right? And then what we're going to do, so we're doing our little mouse first of all. So you would bring your mouse in, and we'd start with the front of the mouse, and we'd just ink him up. So I want the mouse so that I can see him from the front. And this, like you said, this could be any character. This is why we do the whole collections as one, because people who get into this really, really get into this. Where have I just, there it is, there's my other one. So if you're going to start, because, I mean, that £35, $50 is for the whole collection. So why would you not, you know, the fact that they do all interchange perfectly. Why would you
and also less than
that?
£5 per collection, less than £5 for each one of those, which is awesome when you're considering that you're getting stamps and dies within there. So you're getting the 2 dies and then all the stamps that you need to go alongside it. as well. They are fantastic value for money. Also, you use them over the edge. We see a lot of the times, don't we, people using them as almost like a topper, Sarah, so cutting into the sentiment as well and taking it away and just using it on the top of your project, or your box, your card, whatever it is. You can use it in that way as well. Hannah Horns let me know that she thinks she's going to have to get the flipping storage binder. Not an option of needing it, just, you know, not a want, needs it. Lots of you needing it as well, from what I'm hearing, because half of the stock of the flipping storage binder gone now. That's beautiful. So were they coloured up with our tri-blends, those ones?
Those ones there, actually I coloured those with coloured pencils just for a bit of a change, but you could do them. I mean, I nearly always use the tri-blends for all of these, but I'm very conscious that I'm taking a lot of time and we're only on the first item of the show, so I've cut to the one that I've ready coloured, because you watched me colour the last one, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the whole card together. So I have just used one of our paper pads, Joe, and I've already cut these little pieces to size to go over the base parts of the paper pad. So can you see, I like to do these with the collar all purpose, because then I can just manoeuvre it into place and make sure I've got all of that stuck down really well. This is that paper pad, I can't remember the name of it.
Is it? Oh, it's, you know when you know where it's from.
It's on the tip of your tongue.
Right on my tongue. It's not from a Christmas pop-up box collection or something like that, is it?
That's the one.
Is it?
That's the one. Yes.
I thought it might be. Yeah, it's a really gorgeous one.
It's just a nice usable. Because the thing is, the clever thing about this card are the stamped characters. So you don't want to really overpower that too much, but you want to give it a nice background piece to have it looking good. So there we go. We've got that background piece. Then this piece here, and I've just taken some nice plain bits out of our new cardstock pad. There's a lovely Christmas green in there as well. So I'm just going to do the same with that one and just layer them all up.
What I would definitely say is go for the window arches as well with this collection. That's going to allow you to do them coming through the aperture. I'll show you that again in a few minutes. But we've got the window arches in stock, which is not always the case.
Just arrived back in. We've just had the delivery of those in. I know a lot of people have been waiting for those to come back into stock.
$9.99 or $12.95. Details are there along the bottom of your screen, and it just means it gives you the most amount of ways of using these, which is awesome. Yes, you're going to be able to use them as Sarah has here, but then using them in the aperture is a really great way to do it as well. Again, if you wanted to make your batch making cards, I think this would be a really fun collection to use. Maybe if it was, you know, you had to do 20-30 cards, doing them all sort of kind of matching, but with the different characters in here to give to people would be a really awesome way of getting a load of Christmas cards done quite quickly, I'm guessing.
Oh, I think if you're looking for something a little bit different, or for a lot of people, if you are making and selling your cards this Christmas and you want to do something a little bit different, this is the set to do them with. There is a full angel policy. You are more than welcome to make and sell everything that you've used our items for, and I think this is going to be one of those ones that's just going to look absolutely spectacular. Awesome. Now look at this. From our home to yours. Fa la 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 la. Christmas time. Christmas, and I'm just going to stick a couple of these on here, Joe, just to finish it off.
Awesome. Getting very, very busy. The Totally Tiffany flipping storage, 60% has gone now.
Told you.
If it's sat in your basket, please think about checking it out if you want it. If you're sort of umming and ahhing about it and think you might not want it, then take it out of your basket. There's a queue of people now starting to form behind you, waiting to check out on that. It's just getting busier and busier as we go through this show. Lots of you chatting away as well in the comments. Don't forget as well, send us in pictures. I know that hundreds of you watching the show will already own these products. We'd love to see what you've been making. That is gorgeous, Sarah.
I just love that when you look into it in detail as well, you can see when you fold it up, you can see the back of the little I never know what to call him. He's a little Christmas Robin, isn't he? I just think that's really clever. Z4 cards are one of my favourite ones to do with the little character stamps. Just fabulous. So have fun with them ones. I'm going to tidy down and get ready. Should we do the double-sided Christmas ones next?
Oh, yes, because they are absolutely awesome. The arches that I was talking about, by the way, so you see the arch here, this is what that has been created using this one here. And what I will say as well, you get two in there. So you get the more rounded one and you get the more square one. Details are there on your screen, $9.99 or $12.95 if you want to go for that. Let me just whiz through the options that you've got then. For the Christmas ones, these are your options. You've got Santa, you've got the elf in here, There is that reindeer, you've got the snowman, you've got that penguin. Now remember, you've got the stamp for the back and all the stamps are going to allow you to complete the sentiment as well. You've got the robin. I always want to say he's a turkey sometimes, I don't know why, but it's definitely a robin.
Do you know what, you could colour him up and make him look like a turkey.
You could make him look like a turkey. And this one here as well, this bear here, this could easily be a brown bear if you wanted to colour that up differently. You've then got that festive mouse in there as well. All of those for £35 or $50, which is incredible value for money. So they are your festive ones. And then you also, remember, have your everyday ones in here as well. So you've got your bunny, which is this one just here. You've also got the pussycat in there. You've got that dog. Then there's the baby elephant. I do love it, so cute. Then you've got the bear, and finally you've got that giraffe, which I know is Sarah's favourite. If you want to grab that collection, you can, £29 or $41 to get that as a collection on its own. Although what you can do, remember, is mix and match across both of the collections, any two for £11 or $17. It could be one of each, two of each, it's totally up to you. Lots of you sending us in things that you've been making with these, which we love. Sandra Odell sent this one in. I think that is gorgeous for that little pup.
Love that, Sandra.
And another one from the back there as well. I love the colourway that have been used there. Mary from Tennessee sent us in this one just here, which is just gorgeous. I think that looks awesome.
Cute as Mary.
He is coming to town. Karen's done this one though. Look at this, Sarah.
Oh, Karen, I love it. Love it.
Really, really awesome. Right, we're going to move on. We're going to move on to our creator cards. Now, our creator cards are... they're legendary. They really are, because a creator card means you've one pass through your Gemini and you've created a card. So if you are batch making, I mean, is there anything easier? You put your card stock in there, in your sandwich, pass it through your machine, pop it on a card blank, and you're pretty much done. Now, the great thing is when we innovated double-sided dies, it means that in one pass, you can have double the detail than you'd have with a standard creator card die. So what you'll see now is, a regular creator card die could have cut this element here, which is like the foreground, or it could have cut the background here. What it couldn't do, of course, is cut both elements at the same time. And that's what this has done. So in this collection, you're going to get Oh Little Town. You're going to get this one, which I mean just screams Christmas, doesn't it? It really does. All of that gorgeous detail on the double layer. Think about doing this as well in different textures of cardstock, with a mirror and then a matte mirror, or glitter with a mirror card. It will really pop off the page. You've then got your festive ornaments here as well. So you've got that lovely detail there, as you can see, and then the ornaments laid over the top of there. This one here is your snowflake kisses that you've got. Beautiful snowflakes in steely blues and silvers. That would look absolutely gorgeous. You've then got this one here, which is your frosted woodland with that gorgeous stag there in the foreground. And then finally as well, you've got the Oh Christmas Tree. So what you've got, of course, is the background element and the foreground element, and then you pop them together. When they're done in different colours as well, they look absolutely awesome. £110 or $130 is your price on these. You can, of course, use your Club Inspired discount on top of these as well. If you're going for the big collection, everyone will get free postage and free shipping and handling, which is absolutely awesome. If you wanted to go for them individually, they're $24.99 or $29.99, but don't do that. Get two, because if you're buying one for £25, for an extra £15, we give you another one when you get them on the two for $40 or $50, which is definitely the best way to go. Double-sided dies, such a revelation, Sarah, and like double the detail, as I call them, compared to a regular creator card.
Oh yeah, and what I love is you can do things with these that you would never have done with a regular creator card. So for example, I'm going to do this one for you here. Now, if you wanted to get this sort of look with this sort of depth in there, what you need is, I mean, this looks like it's 3 different layers of creator card, doesn't it? So it looks like you're buying 3 dies and cutting up 3 different layers to get this. You're not. You're doing it all in one, and I'm going to show you, okay? Now, let me just consult my flipping storage binder and get my die out, because I'm nice and organised.
There isn't much flipping stock left. on that, I'll tell you. It's flipping flying out, apparently.
Flipping flying, is it? Right, it doesn't surprise me. Can you see as well, by the way, on the front of the flipping storage, you've got smaller pieces. On the back, you've got the larger pockets for you to get the larger dies into there as well. So it's completely up to you how you're going to use them. I really need to stop talking about it though, because our producer's telling me they're going to sell out even if I don't talk about it. So I'm just going to be quiet, right? Now, can you see with the dies, Joe? You've got like two different detail on both sides. So there is the side that has got all of my trees in, and then there's the side that's got the deer in. So what I want to do is I want to cut my deer. I've got some Centura pearl in black and silver, and I want to cut my deer in the black. So I just go face down into it, and I want to cut my trees in the silver. So I'm going to cut into it like that. So what you do is you sandwich your die between two layers of cardstock, right? So here's how we do it. We sandwich it between two layers of cardstock. That then sandwiches between your two double-sided die plates. Now, if you've got a more intricate side, so for example, I think my deer is quite intricate here. What you're going to do is you're going to add in your metal plate. Oh, I've tricked myself to a nice new one for today's show. So you're going to add in your metal plate there. So what happens is your metal plate goes on, and then we cut into the metal plate with the more detailed side, right? Slight tilt so that when it goes through the machine, you don't get that clunk. Pop that down, put your other double-sided plate on top of that, and then they just sandwich between your two regular plates. So that's how it works. Your die is inside a sandwich of cardstock. Your cardstock is inside a sandwich of double-sided die plates, and those are in a sandwich of your regular plates. I know it seems complicated. Once you've done it 2 or 3 times, it will feel just like that. Now, it thinks I'm pushing
do you know
here.
what? When you put that metal shim in there, I did think to myself, I thought, I'm not going to say anything, but I have a feeling it's not going to take it.
Do you know what I do when it does that? I'm going to try and turn it round and turn it upside down and just give it another go, right? See,
what
like,
are
go on,
you
go
like?
on, go on, go on. It might, no, it's not, it's going to take it out. And do you know what it is? Because if you read your instructions, you're not supposed to put your metal plate in with your double-sided dice. So it's just the machine's way of telling me, no, Sarah, you don't need your metal plate in there.
It's telling you off.
So all I do is I'll take my metal plate out. Look, it's giving it a good go, hasn't it? I'm going to put the double-sided die plate in. I'm just going to use it as it's supposed to be, right? And now
Play by the rules.
But the thing is, you will get to know your own machine like this. Some cardstocks you can push it and get away with it. Centura pearl, no, it's just not having any. 2 layers of Centura pearl, it's like, that's enough, Sarah. I don't need any. And look, to be honest, it doesn't need the metal plate because look how beautifully well that's cut out.
Really
so that
gorgeous.
is my stag. And then on the other side, if I flip it over and I just lift this up as well, you can see that's where it's cut all the trees.
It's a very simple thing, but I love the fact that it cuts the outside edge for you as well.
Yeah.
So you don't have to then come in and then think about trimming it afterwards. You just know, even if you've got 2 different sizes of cardstock, it's going to make it all the same.
It's going to make it perfect. And that was really important for that. Can you see? So here we go. So there's this. Then if I take this side, notice I'm not doing my Sara trick and tapping it on the edge. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that I'm being really good? And that's because you've essentially got die lines on both sides. So what you don't want to do is blunten any of your die lines. Right, here we go. So I'm going to take this out of here, Joe, ever so carefully, right? I'm wanting to just go around my little stag's antlers, lift all these out. And can you see it looks like we've got some trees in here? You haven't. You've got supporting lines on the other side. So into your waist, essentially, it just embosses debosses, whatever it is, a little bit of your waist so that you can take all of that and it doesn't like damage the die on the other side or cut through too much detail on the other side.
Now, this is all cut perfectly, I'm guessing, sorry. It's just because there is so much detail,
I'm just being really because did you notice the other side came out easily?
Yes.
Whereas this one, I'm taking my time because I don't want to tear any of these lovely, gorgeous little vines around the outside. Patience is a virtue I don't have, Joe, and I'm very acutely aware of it. So I'm trying to be really good so that my card is perfect at the end.
Awesome. I love that side on its own. I think you could definitely get some use out of that, just as a shadow foreground, just over a piece of glitter card. I think that would look gorgeous.
Well, talking about over a piece of glitter card, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this onto some acetate now. Best way to do it, right? I haven't had our blender out in ages, right? So I'm going to get our blender out.
Brenda's back.
Brenda's back. Back again. Go and tell her
Brenda's
friends.
back. Guess who's back? Wow.
You didn't know I could sing, did you?
I didn't, no.
Still doesn't. Right, here we go.
Didn't have you down as a rapper, I must say so.
What can I say? It's Monday. Right, here we go. So, just peeling the back off my acetate so I can see it. I'm going to stick this on ever so... Oh, now I kind of see it. Right, I'm going to stick this on ever so gently, right? And... Actually, hang on, before I stick that down, right? You stay there, right? I've got a piece of card. I'm going to stick the acetate behind the card and then this in the middle. That will work even better, right? So I'm going to go and stick this down here.
Some people are going for more than one of that Tiffany flipping storage binder.
Well, do you know what, Joe? I'm not going to shout at them because that is exactly what I would do if I was ordering some. So, yeah, and I know it means it's going to sell out quicker, but then I tell you what, you just then have to wait until it comes back into stock again, don't you?
Absolutely, it's going to go in the show, I would imagine. If you do want it, please be quick for it. I just don't want it to sell out and then me not have told you and then you whinge at me to say, I didn't let you know, and then it's definitely going to go. If you want it, grab it. That would be my advice.
Right, are you ready? This will now go perfectly over there. Right, can you see what I'm trying to do?
I'm loving the sound effects. That's my favourite thing of this show so far.
Right, so I'm wanting to get that so that you don't really see the end. Can you see? That's the look I was after right there. But because we use Brenda, right, I'm going to get stick all the way over, right? She's going to give me that perfect stick all the way over the back. We aren't going to get like the deer sticking up. We want the whole thing stuck on perfectly. Isn't that spot on, right? So there is the front. Now, if you were doing a regular creator card, that is the limit of what you would... I mean, it's a beautiful design. You'd be absolutely thrilled to bits. But we are going to have the underside of this, right? So there's the underside, and I'm going to stick that onto the glitter card. So actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to Brenda it again. I'm going to get Brenda back out.
I mean, she's like buses, isn't she? She doesn't come along for weeks and then twice in one show.
Twice in one demo!
People have been asking where Brenda's been the last couple of weeks.
Make the most of it because she'll be off to America tomorrow, Joe.
Will she?
She'll be off to America. She'll be off to Studio 2 next door when I'm doing HSN.
Right, I see. She's off on her Ollie Bobs. She's going global across the pond. We'll have old Brenda then back, will we, for a couple of days.
Right, here we go. So that is going to go in the background. Then watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to bow this over the front of that panel there. Now you're talking. That's how we got those 3 layers, Joe. Now, here we go. Sara top tips, right? It is totally fine to stick this down with your tape pen. That is perfectly acceptable. So this goes in here, and you're going to put tape pen piece down here, and then we're going to bow this front up and we're going to put this down here as well. That's absolutely fine, right? The next bit, I don't want you to do with your tape pen, right? So once we've got that stuck down, they're fine. Then what I want you to do is go across with your red liner. Now, for some reason, I've only got the thinnest of thin red liner tapes we possess here. You can use your nice big thick red liner tape, which is going to be even better. But I want you to do red liner going acrossways on the back, the top, the middle and the bottom of your project. So this is the way to guarantee on a bow fronted card you're not going to get it lifting off, right?
Awesome. So that basically holds the whole thing together, does it?
Holds the whole thing together. So you see I've gone 3 ways there. I'm going to peel the backings off, and all I've done, these dies work really nicely on a 7x5 base. So what I've done is I've done my base as a base. I've done a nice 7x5 inch card base, which I'm going to put this onto the front of. There we go. And then all I'm going to do to finish it off is I've got a nice little Christmas wishes, and I think we've got some foam pads. Yeah, I've got some nice little foam pads on here, and I'll just stick a foam pad across the middle to stick it down. And that just finishes that off very, very nicely.
I mean, the thing is with that, so simple, isn't it? What is it? 2 sheets of Centura Pearl.
Yeah.
With a card blank to pop on the back of it, and
Absolutely.
that is done. If you were batch making those, you could make so many of those so quickly.
Well, they're the ones that are going to look really professional as well, because you've watched me do it literally from scratch. All I've done is cut a piece of cardstock and cut the acetate. Everything else you've watched me do from scratch, that's like less than a 10-minute card.
And the others are all equally as easy to use as those are. Let me just whiz you through the options again. So you've got Oh Little Town, which is that lovely Bethlehem scene. You've then got the gorgeous poinsettia in here, those ornaments or baubles. You've got the snowflakes in there, the frosted woodland, which is what you've just seen Sara demonstrate, and you're also going to have the Oh Christmas tree. Best way to get the best value is to get them all together, £110 or $130. Individually, $24.99 or $29.99. However, you can get any 2 of these for £40 or $50. The boards look great, but I think when you see the projects that they actually make, Sara, they are absolutely stunning, aren't they?
I know. Come and have a little look. So if you're just choosing 2, well, it's going to be difficult, right? Can you see you've got this one's the snowflake one, which I think looks wonderful on your glitter card and whatnot. The baubles or ornaments, as you guys say, is my favourite one for doing shaker cards. I'm going to do another shaker card a little bit later. In fact, I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to do the Christmas card, the Christmas tree shaker. So if you love this and you're going for 2 of these, this is the other one you need to get, the Christmas tree. Doesn't it look lovely how you've got like the Christmas tree's one, but then the snowflake oval is the secondary one. Really, really clever. The poinsettia is absolutely off the chart fabulous, right? Love that one because it's brilliant for paper piecing, right? So I love to paper piece with that. I also love, this is another demo I was hoping to get done, is onto acetate. So can you see this is literally straight through onto acetate, and it looks amazing with a black card behind, and you can do that little bit of, you know, colouring and filling in with your coloured glitter. Looks absolutely wonderful. Your Oh Little Town is super cute. That's one of the old little town ones. It matches really, really well if any of you have our nativity range as well. There's another one with those ornaments. I think looks fantastic. You've got Lord the Christmas tree. They all look amazing, Joe. They really are all gorgeous. You're spoilt for choice, which is why we've got that big bundle with all of them in if you want to just go for the complete collection.
Yeah, absolutely, which is the best way to get the best value. You can, of course, go for the multi-buy, which is also awesome. I need to let you know that the Monday Mega Deal has sold out and gone. I thought it might happen in the show. Didn't realise it was going to go in the first hour. If you do want the binder on its own, without the magnetic storage panels, and we do have the binder available individually for you for $19.99 or $24.99 if you want to go for that. Right, I can see a lot of you have made your minds up and got very full basket. I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out. Whilst you do that, here's all the details on how you can watch and shop at the same time. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. All the details of how you can watch and shop at the same time. It could not be easier to make sure you get all the deals and see all the demonstrations as well. We're going to move now to what I think it would be my pick of the show. It is the Lily collection, the Nature's Garden Lily collection. We've got a brilliant collection for you, a really comprehensive one at a great deal. You've got over 40% off of this particular configuration, so a really great way to get hold of it. Let me take you through the individuals. So you've got some sentiments in here first. So you've got the With love and the congratulations. So you're going to get both of those included. You've then got the embossing folder, which is in there. It's a really, really gorgeous one. You've then got the butterflies. Now, these butterflies are absolutely gorgeous. They're slightly different styles as well, so you can layer them up if you want to. We've got some stamps in here for you as well. So you've got these words of love stamps with best wishes just for you. Happy birthday, thank you. Then we move into the stamps and dies, and I think the stamps and dies particularly are absolutely gorgeous. You've got your calla lily, which is this one just here, and then you also have this one, which is your beautiful lilies too. And this here is that really lovely, lush, full flower that you're able to create using this. You've then got some frames and corners as well. I know obviously frames are really important, but corners also really underrated because you can really build those up to make a foam or to make a corner. There's lots that you're going to be able to do with that. And then finally, you've also got the lace border in here as well. All of that, £39 or $44 if you want to get your hands on that. A great saving, $29.92 or is your saving. If you're in the US, $35.60 is your saving on that. Very busy on that. Something that is exceptionally busy as well is the flower forming foam from the Lily collection. A quarter of the stock of this has sold out and gone now. And the great thing, I think the right reason you love it, yes, the colour tone's gorgeous. You also got the white in here as well, which is super versatile because it means you can add any colour that you want to that and create loads more extra definition, which is absolutely awesome. Loads of you still chatting away as well over on the socials, letting me know what you've got your hands on. Nicole saying she's got the penguin and the robin from that gorgeous peekaboo collection as well. So lots of you are getting stocked up. Still a whole hour of fun to come. Any questions that you've got, don't forget, pop them into me over on Facebook or on YouTube. If you'd love to see, maybe you own this gorgeous Lily collection and you've been making lots of wonderful things with it, we'd love to see those photos, and you can send them to us by emailing studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk and then we'll be able to share your wonderful creations with everyone as well. Now, I know you've had a hand in putting this one together, Sarah. I don't know how you managed. Whose arm did you twist to get a good deal like this, to get over 40% off?
I know, and I love this one. It's when you see the samples, okay? The samples for this are outstanding. Now, lilies and peonies are my two favourite flowers, okay? And I just think there's nothing looks more fabulous, a big centrepiece in a table, than a big display of lilies. And I just think if you ever give away some, like my mum always buys me lilies, for example, how nice to make a matching card to go with the lilies. Now, it's lilies and it's calla lilies. Now, I always thought they were the really posh ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make the calla lilies using the calla lily stems and also the flower forming foam that's in this one. So this is the calla lilies on there. Looks wonderful. Then we're going to do some embossing techniques. I'm going to show you like a letterpress style technique with the embossing. But there's the flower forming foam. You need it. It's a really good price. It's an extra saving off there today as well. If you've been going for the flower forming Christmas collection this last week, you will be absolutely feeling the love for our flower forming foam.
Beautiful. They really are gorgeous. I love the vibrancy as well of all the colours that have been put together in these finished samples. A quarter of that flower forming foam has already gone, Sarah. I think a lot of people love it. There's a buzz again, isn't there, about flower making all of a sudden?
There is a real buzz about with the flower forming foam. Now, should I get it out? Don't you go anywhere. Right, so in your lily collection, okay, you get the lovely pink, the white, and also the green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just get a little bit of the white out, and we're actually going to do a bit of stamping onto it. So don't feel like you can't, just because you don't see us do this very often, doesn't mean you can't stamp onto this. So in the calla lily collection, you get the actual base stems and the stamps to go with it. But then what you need is the leaves part to do the actual outside. So can you see, if I get this out here, I'm going to use both. I'm going to use this part here. Oh, where's me die gone? Oh, I tell you what, me die's missing, me big die's missing. I'm going to blame that Craig again, you know.
Do you want mine?
Do you know what? Actually, yes, I do. Go on. I do want some. Yes, right. Because I really want to show everybody this. So right. I don't know where my die's gone. Right.
I'm just getting in the packaging. You know, it wouldn't take me long.
Right. I'll stamp both.
Just that one die, yeah?
Just the one. Yeah. Perfect. Right, let's have a look. I'm going to stamp them with the pine cone. Oh, he's straight in there, thank you. So I'm going to go and stamp them with one of the water reactives. Either a quick dry or a water reactive would be absolutely perfect. So there's some with the pine tree. Watch, I'll do some lighter ones with the spring meadow with a quick dry, just so you can see the difference, okay? Both of them are water-based, so both of them are going to stamp onto the foam absolutely perfect, okay? Then what you're going to do is you're going to pop the dye over the top and run them through. Now, I don't even know where my Gemini Mini is either. Watch what I'm going to do, Joe. So after you've gone to all that trouble of getting me that dye out, watch, I'm just going to do a Sara jobby. I'm just going to cut them out. I know, but by the time I find my Gemini Mini, I'm so disorganised today, aren't I? So I'm lovely. Producer Laura saying to me, is it not behind you? It probably is, producer Laura. So let's have a look. So I'll just get these die cut. You would be die cutting these because it was a nice simple shape. I've decided I'm just going to cut them, and then you can see the technique still. All right. So here we go. And you stamp them right next to each other, so you're wasting the kind of least amount of foam.
Sara Scissorhands can cut these out. I doubt many other people can at home.
No, if you want them perfect, do them with your dye. Your dye's going to give you a much nicer finish, right? Here we go. So there is your calla lily foams, right? Then all we do, if you bring your iron in, iron's nice and hot, right? I'm going to hold it. I've got some tweezers here, so I'm going to hold it, but with the stamped section facing the iron, all right? So where we've stamped it, I'm going to stamp it. So I'm going to hold that against the iron, and what it'll do is it'll just bend that round. Can you see? So I've got that curl in it, and then I'm going to put this side on there as well, and it just bends it round. So can you see? I've now got a curled base calla lily. Awesome. So what was looking very flat before is now looking very curled and formed. So I'll just show you that again. Hold it with a pair of tweezers over the edge of your iron, but with the stamped section facing the iron, and then that's how you're going to get it all stuck in there. All right, there we go. Lovely.
Awesome. A lot of chatter in the comments. Oh, Carol says, when she stamps on the flower forming foam, hers doesn't seem to dry very quickly. What do you think she might be doing wrong, Sara?
I would go and use a quick drying pad.
Awesome. Okay.
So a quick drying pad is much easier. Don't use a pigmenting pad because you'll be waiting forever and a day for it to dry.
Yes, absolutely. Top tip. So yeah, I hope that helps, Carol. Today is it national or international? International Do Something Nice Day, you know, Sara.
Is that right?
I thought that, on that note, we could ask our viewers something that someone's done nice for them that they might want to share for us. Because we hear a lot about lots of lovely acts of kindness since lockdown, all that sort of stuff.
We do.
So, yeah, let us know. It could be something recently. It could be something that happened ages ago. But let us know about something nice that someone has done for you, no matter how small. That would be, yeah, let us know over in the comments on Facebook or on YouTube. You can let us know and we'll read some of those out as we go through this second hour as well. I am still a little bit, can I tell you something, Sara?
Go on.
Because I'm such a big, I'm such a big, strong man. I'm so brave, right?
Right. This is going to be interesting, isn't it?
I am a bit scared of calla lilies. Do you know why?
Why?
Because my grandma, she had like this corner unit in her front room. And sometimes we used to find as kids it was really exciting if we could sleep over in the front room, with a sleeping bag rather than like in the bedroom.
Right.
And in the corner of the living room, she had this big corner unit, and it had this massive like ornament in it, and it was basically a woman sat on a big rock with and there was a big calla lily coming out the top of it. But I used to think it was a big snake, not a calla lily. And in the night when the light was on in the hallway, I used to look up and there was this big snake looking down at me, but it was actually a lily. And now every time I think about it, I regress my childhood.
Well, that was very nice of you to share that story with us, Joel. Very nice of you indeed. Right.
I told you I was brave, didn't I?
You did. That's exactly what you told me. So we've got some genuine looking calla lilies because we've used that flower forming foam to shape around the edge, okay? And I've got a few of these. So I've got, let's have a look. I've got another nice big one. Let's have the other shape. And notice what I'm doing all the time. I'm just sticking tape on the middle there so that then when we lift this up, that comes into this section here. and it just shapes around. So here's our lovely little car lily. So they're going to be ready to go on the front of the card, okay? So that's the first part. That's how to make the card lilies. This is why I wanted to do this collection, you see, because I love these. So we've got them ready to go on the front. I wanted to show you the letter pressing technique because I know you see this every time we have this on. This is one of my favourite all-time embossing folders that we've done. It's this one here with these beautiful lilies. So I wanted to show you a different technique with it, okay? So have a little feel inside. You can feel that one side's raised, which is this one, and one side's debossed. You want the side that is debossed. And what we're going to do is we're going to get that lovely spring meadow and we're going to go all the way over the back. Can you see I am rubbing it all the way over the back. Now what you should really do is use a brayer and rub it all over with your brayer.
What type of ink pad is that, Sarah?
I'm actually using a quick dry here just because it was right in front of me. But your Harmony water reactives would do just the same trick if you want. There we go, I'm going to get plenty of it on, okay? So that is Spring Meadow, nice bright colour. And I've got, here we go, nice piece of like an ivory cardstock. And I'm just going to close this over, and what we'll get is we'll get the spring meadow in the background but not on the actual lilies. And when we're doing 3D embossing, you want the base plate, you want your magnetic and also your clear plate, and you're going to put them through the machine like this. And I would do the same again in terms of offsetting that a tiny little bit so that you don't get the clunk as it goes through.
Awesome. Getting very busy on this lily collection. Remember what you're getting. You're actually getting 8 different elements within here, which is awesome. So you can see there, you've got the sentiments, the embossing folder, the butterflies, the stamp sentiments, both sets of the lilies, the frame, and you've also got that gorgeous border there as well. So really, really good value there for £39 or $44.
Now, I'm just giving that a bit of a rub over with just a little baby wipe or something. Do you know what would be brilliant for this? Your if you had your apron on, your bit that comes in your apron.
Ah, yes.
You get it nice and clean, right? So, there we go. You've got that lovely, very, very 3D effect with it, but you've got that colour in the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just get a little bit of green, and I'm going to start with a little bit of green. So I'm going to go slightly deeper now. I'm going to pick up a bit of the pine tree and then just deepen around the edges with the pine tree so that we get like a two-tone effect, both from within the green family first of all, okay? There we go.
Awesome. Very, very busy. Monica says, my hubby makes me coffee every morning and gets it and brings it to me as I get ready for our Crafters TV shows to start.
He's a good hubby. He's a keeper in.
That is a really, really good one. Talking about do something nice today, Tracy, our floor manager, has just bought me a cup of tea.
Ooh, and does that mean she's brought me one?
And she's bought you one as well. Oh. And this is the second cup of tea that she's fetched in during a show today. So that's pretty awesome, isn't it? I think that's a good. I definitely appreciate that a lot.
I remember Ben's first day. And Tracy brought, you know, I kind of shouted through. I was like, oh, we're really busy. Any chance of a cuppa, Trace? And Ben, his eyes like popped out of his head. He's like, no way do we get cups of tea brought into us. And I remember bringing a cup of tea and she went, no, I bring them for Sarah. And you just happened to be lucky that you were on with Sarah today.
Yeah, I mean, it's very rarely I get one when you're not here, to be honest. But, you know, today's a good day. It's a double Sara day. So what can I say?
Everyone's reaping the rewards.
That looks absolutely gorgeous. There's so much detail in that embossing folder.
And this is what I wanted to show. I wanted to show you, you see, how we could build up. We've got the spring meadow in the background. We've got the pine tree going around the outside. Then we've picked up the detail with the fuchsia. And then I'm going to take it another step again. And I'm going to get a little bit of gold gilding wax, and I'm just going to tap off the excess and then just give that a bit of a rub over. That gold gilding wax, I feel, just takes it to the next level again.
It was in the earlier show, the gilding wax. If you want them, they were all on the masterclass for this morning. So you definitely head back there and grab them from over there. And they really do. I feel like they almost give your car sort of like a bit of a patina almost. I don't know. It sort of gives it a glaze, doesn't it, over the top, even over the top. But I was always surprised how they're not translucent, are they? But they don't block out the colour that you add. That was the bit that surprised me. I thought as soon as you put them over the top, you'd get full coverage.
Nope, you still got that. Doesn't that look lovely? Right, so here we go. I'm just going to mount that. To be honest, I'm just going to put the card together now, Joe. So as long as everyone can see what I'm doing, we are all good.
Absolutely. Very, very busy. Georgia says, once a week I buy the breakfast of the person behind me in the drive-through.
Oh, you don't.
It's always a wonderful surprise when someone does that for me.
That is like the loveliest thing I have heard. That has made my day to know somebody does that.
Can I tell you a funny story that's the opposite of that?
You are the person behind who gets your breakfast bought for you?
No. There was someone telling a story on Facebook where the person behind them in the drive-through queue was getting really annoying. They were like getting right behind them and really just being annoying, and they started to argue a little bit with them. And the woman said, got to the pull-up of the drive-through, the first window, Sarah, and said, I want to pay for my breakfast, yes. And then she said, I'd also like to pay for the breakfast of that horrible woman behind me. So the woman cashier thought she was doing a good deed. Got to the second window, so the woman behind her goes through, woman in front paid for your breakfast, like she can't quite work it out. Gets to the second window, the woman takes her breakfast and the breakfast of the person behind her. So it just shows you, be careful in those drive-throughs.
Oh, love that.
That really, really made me laugh.
Yes, well, it serves you right, doesn't it? There's no need to be cross and angry like that.
No, absolutely not. Especially if you're about to get a hamburger as well. I mean, there's reasons to be cheerful or what?
Right, so I've just used one of our lovely lily papers in the background there, okay?
Beautiful.
And then actually I have used, so in the, what comes in here, can you see you've got loads of borders, frames, and this lovely big congratulations die. Now what I've done is, just to make life easy, just to be quick, I've die cut it and ran it through the Xyron. Because you've seen me do loads of die cutting. I wanted to make this demo all about teaching you that letterpress technique and also showing you how to do the calla lilies. They to me were the important things.
Donna's asking, can you use the foam with the pop-up boxes, or is it too heavy?
No, the foam is so light, which is just brilliant. So, no, please do use the foam. That'd be fantastic.
Awesome. So yes, Donna, you can definitely use the foam by all means whatsoever. That paper is gorgeous, Sarah.
Oh, isn't it lovely, this one?
Really, really lovely.
So I'm using this so that I can manoeuvre it into place if it's not quite right. So I'm going to go that there, and then actually I'm going to lift that down a little bit. So that's going to go there, and I want that to just tip underneath like that. Lovely. And then we're getting really low on foam pads. So let's have a look. We'll squeeze a couple. Squeeze a couple out there. You can tell how Craig's been in, can't you?
Oh, he loves a foam pad,
Taking
doesn't
all
he?
my foam pads. He's been at everything, hasn't he? So he's on HSN tomorrow, you know.
Is he?
Oh, it's his big,
amazing.
It's his big
What show is he in? Do you know?
Yes, he starts his day in the 10 o'clock show in the morning.
Awesome.
So he's in the 10 o'clock and then the 11 o'clock. And then he was going to be in the 11 o'clock at night, but Suzanne has asked to have him in her Suzanne Gets Crafty show at 8 o'clock. So his 11 o'clock slot has moved to the 8 o'clock so that he gets to go in Suzanne's
He's
show
already
as well.
getting requested. He's obviously done a lot of sweet talking when he came over with you last time.
What can I say? He's already in favour. There we go. Right, so there's my background, looking fabulous. Then all I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple of these calla lilies and I'm just going to lie them across the back part here. So we're going to lie them up. So this will actually, can you see? It's going to go like this. So you've got that base, you've got the congratulations going up the side, and I'm just going to build this up. And then I do have, if I can find it, yes, I've got a nice little ribbon as well. So just build them all up.
Oh, gorgeous. And really wonderful. I've not seen actually the colour lilies put together until now, Sarah, so it's really nice to see.
Oh, you need to hang out with me more often than you see.
How they come together. And they are actually really quite easy to put together.
They look, think, aren't they?
But they look really awesome. So I don't think people had any idea how easily those have gone together. And that really does all come back down to the quality and the engineering of the dies and stamps that we bring you that enable you to create things that look so advanced, but really little do the people know that you're going to give this to, how easy it was for you to put together. That is absolutely gorgeous, Sarah.
It's this I love. It's a mix of, I mean, that is one of my favourite all-time 3D embossing folders that we've done. Hands down, it just looks amazing. The techniques you can do with it are fabulous, and then I love those calla lilies.
They are absolutely gorgeous. Let me run you through again exactly what you're getting in here. So you've got the Lily collection. It's a really big collection for the price here. 46 elements. So you've got your Congratulations and your With Love, which is this one just here. You've then got the gorgeous embossing folder that you've just seen Sara use just a moment ago. Really great size, one of those 3D embossing folders there for you. The next one you've got here is the butterflies. I mean, let's face it, you can never have too many butterflies in your stash. Two different styles there in that one. We've then got the stamps in here as well, which are awesome. These are your words of love that you're looking at here. You've then got your Carla lilies, which are those ones just there. After that, you've then got the beautiful lilies, which are these ones here, and again, really lovely, big, full, lush lilies there on that one. The next one you've got is this one here, which is your border, and sorry, your frame and corner. And then finally, last but by no means least, you've also got that gorgeous lace border in there as well. £39 or $44. I must laugh because I just got an emergency chocolate stash bought through, which is always awesome because Sara
do
knows,
something nice, dear.
Oh, do something nice, absolutely. Because Sara knows that she'd have come through. I'd have seen her with the chocolate on the other side, and I'd have been absolutely livid. But yes, I've got some chocolate to go with my tea. Chocolate from Sara, tea from Tracy. I mean, is there any better place to work? I think not. Right, very busy on the Lily collection. Don't forget as well about the foam, because the foam, super busy on that too. The great thing about the foam is that you've got the white in here as well, so it means that you can add colours that really effectively. You've also got that beautiful green in there and that gorgeous sort of blush peachy pink, which is lovely. Perfect colour tones to go with the Lily collection, which is brilliant. Right, the Peekaboo is where we are going back to next. Let me share with you two different collections here in the Peekaboo, and a mix and match for you as well, which I'll tell you about at the end. So you've got your everyday Peekaboo characters first, and in here you've got the bunny. Now remember, for each one of these, you've got the back side as well, so you're going to be able to stamp that through to the back side. You've got the die, which is going to cut the character and the word, and you can mix and match across all of them, and then all of the stamps that you need to create a full project in here as well. You've also got the pussycat, there is the little doggo, you've got the elephant in here, you've got the bear, and then you've also got that gorgeous giraffe as well. If you want to get all 6 of those, £29 or $41 to get those 6. But we also have a wonderful festive selection for you as well. So we've got Santa in here, and again, exactly the same as before. You've got the stamp for the backside. I love that he's got his sack there as well, you can see on the backside. And you've also then got the stamps on here as well. You've got Santa, you've got the elf, he's got his little list down there, he knows if you're on the naughty one or the nice one. You've got the reindeer, snowman, there's the penguin. You've then got the, this one here is the robin. Do you know why I hesitate? Because I wanted to call it a turkey again, but it's not, it's a robin. You've got the robin in there. You've got that gorgeous polar bear. And then finally, you've also then got the festive mouse in there as well. All of those, all 8 of those coming your way, £35 or $50 if you want to get your hands on them. However, if you're thinking, do you know what? I don't want to break the bank. I do want to treat myself, but I would really love like one of the everyday ones and then one of the Christmas ones. Absolutely, you can do that because we've got a multi-buy for you across all of them. Any 2 for £11 or $17 across all of those Peekaboos for you, which is absolutely awesome. Everyone is chatting away. There's suddenly a load of chatter in the comments. Carol says, hi everyone, missed the shows today. My daughter's been, and she's been raiding my stash of cards for birthdays and I've been making matching envelopes. We'll have to watch the shows back. I have the Lily collection. It is stunning. Must have a play with it sometime soon. Patty says, eek, colouring up that gorgeous paper, Sara. I think you were getting told off from some of our crafters for not gutting your gorgeous Lily paper there.
Yeah, fair point, fair point.
Beverly says, silly question. Beverly, never such thing as a silly question. She says, what is the difference, unless, I mean, I do ask some corkers, but she says, what is the difference between a 3D embossing folder and a normal one?
Right, so a 3D embossing folder. Let me get that card that we've just made. Come and have, do you want to look close on the overhead or on the close-up? Overhead. Right, here we go. Can you see how this is sculpted? So every little bit, so each one of these leaves is rounded, okay? And so basically, if you come back to me, I'll show you, right? So 3D folder sculpts like this, right? So each one, when you rub the 3D embossing, so I've got a piece under here. If I show you it embossed from the back, you might be able to see. You can see how some bits are raised up more than others. So this is very lightly embossed, this is very deep embossed, and this is all sculpted at different levels, okay? A regular embossing folder literally goes flat, embossed a little bit, down, embossed a little bit, down, like that. It doesn't sculpt and wave. So that's the difference. And the 3D folders are much thicker because they're all moulded into each shape. So they're like a more advanced embossing folder. They're more expensive because they're made through different processes, a lot more plastic in them, but they do give you that very, very high-end professional look.
There you go. I hope that answers your question, Beverly. And honestly, guys, there's never any such thing as a silly question. Get them into us.
That's why we're here.
We'll always do our best to answer them. If we can't, we will find out the answer and get back to you. Right, we've got about half an hour or so left, Sarah. I'm sure we're going to be squeezing loads in before the end of the show. So where are we going to start?
Oh, I've got loads for you. So I'm going to do a really advanced card when it comes to your peekaboos. So this is my favourite card to do. I'm going to show you it. It's my favourite card to do. I've incorporated 2 animals into it because what you've got is you've got a peak inside and you've got a peak on the step. So it's kind of like 2 techniques I'm going to show you, and then we'll put them together in one card. So what you're going to do to get this, okay, is you're going to do, first of all, just a regular step card. So it's just a regular card in the middle, and that is going to be what we do this back piece for. And then you're going to do the little step on the front as an extra. So can you see what I've done? Is I've just cut my base step, so it's the same width, right? Same width here. But we're going to do our cutting into the middle, and then we're going to tack it onto the bottom. So actually what I think I'll do is I'll start off with a big piece. Now we're going to use the extra archways here. Very important. These are absolutely ingenious, okay? So I want you to get your extra archways. I'm going to use the semicircle archway. And what we're going to do is on the front of our card, let's get it all positioned in place. So we take this down here. Move it as close to the top as we can get it. So this was 4.5 inches square, this card was. Stick that down in place there. And I'm going to use my penguin. Now, did you say the penguin was the best seller?
It was actually, yeah. It's the favourite so far, the penguin. It's lovely to have the archers back in stock, because I know they are always out of stock. Well, not always, because they're in stock now, but I know we do struggle to keep them in stock. So grab them if you missed out on them.
Just arrived back. Now, the penguin comes with Christmas, but I actually want to just make this as a holiday card. So this is what I mean when I say they're all interchangeable. I'm going to put holiday on here, and we're going to tape that into place, and you're taping it inside the archway because this is what's coming away. And then I'm going to get my little penguin, I'm going to pop him on the bottom there, and can you see it's not an accident that everything all fits together perfectly, okay? So I'm going to do the same again, and I'm going to connect this perfectly in the middle. So there's that. We're going to just send this through our die cutting machine. You always do die cutting first, and then you're stamping afterwards. If you try and do it the other way, getting your stamp in the right place, honestly, is an absolute nightmare. So get all the die cutting done first, then you can do your stamp detail on the front.
Sandra says, the new Crafters Companion packaging is so great. She especially loves all the project suggestions which are on there as well.
We are brilliant at that, I have to say.
And there's a lot less plastic as well, isn't there, in this new packaging, which is awesome.
We've worked to massively reduce the plastic content in our packaging as much as we possibly can. It's an ongoing thing as well to keep working with our supplies to get more and more plastic out of there. So here we go. So we've got the holiday. Now, can you see you're going to need to come in? That knife, I hope loads of you have gone for it today, because look, it's brilliant for just nicking in all these edges and joining up all these little cut pieces here. So there we go, and then that whole thing lifts out, and you're left with exactly the right shape for the penguin head, and you've got the stamp there for holiday. So there is the die cut on the first piece one, and then if we go and get our little penguin, right, we're going to stamp the front of our penguin on the front, and then it's up to you if you want to put the back on the back. I personally like to do it. I think they look way more professional when you do it on the front and the back. So there we go. Let's just stamp him out ready.
Very busy across these. Remember, you can go for any of the festive and the non-festive ones on the Mix and Match, 2 for £11 or $17. You do get an amazing deal when you get them in their collection. It's still the penguin. The penguin is ever popular. What is it about penguins at Christmas? Why are they so popular? Do you think it was because...
Just super cute.
Do you think it's because of the John Lewis advert? Do you remember that one? That was one of my favourite ones. John Lewis, for anyone in the States, is a bit like what I guess Macy's would be the equivalent of John Lewis in the US, something
Yes,
like
I
that,
would say
or Bloomingdale's,
so, yes.
something like that. So quite a high-end department store, and they had a gorgeous. They do a Christmas advert every year, and it was a penguin recently.
Do you want to see? Let's have a look. I've coloured him. There he is on the front, and then there he is on the inside as well. Just if you want to have a little look, right? So we've done the base of the card. Now we're going to do the piece that goes on the front, okay? So I'm going to do exactly the same again. And this, remember, this is the same width as that base piece. So now what we're going to do is I'm not going to have anything, if you think this is going to sit on here, right? So I'm not going to have anything stamped, but I am going to get my little polar bear and I'm going to sit him on there, and we're going to have the little polar bear poking out from the front here. Right.
Oh, that's on the second set. My brain couldn't work it out then for a second as you were lining it up.
Yeah, because that's
following.
on the second,
Now that's on your
second
second
layer.
element. Awesome.
It is. There we go.
Betsy wants to know, Sarah, what is the dimension and score line to the small step apart?
The one that I'm doing now?
Yes.
So I've done it, you can do it any width. So the reason I've done it in 2 halves is so that you don't have to worry about getting the measurements. You can just make it whatever size you want. I've gone for a 4.5 inch card base for that first one. So then this is 4.5 inches wide. And then you can make it as deep as you want based on, I mean, do you want me to tell you how deep this one is? Just nearly 3, this one is. But you'll see why it doesn't matter in just a second, right? Because I'm going to lift that up. And then what we're going to do is get our scoreboard out. Here we go. So we're just going to get that scoreboard out. And then while everything is lined up, we're going to just line up the score line here. So it's just in there. And then this part here. So that folds over there like that. There we go. So can you see there? And then this one here, what you need to do is just make sure you score this so that it tucks underneath. There we go. So can you see that is just going to tuck underneath the bottom. Don't know why I've got a little bit of purple here. Yours doesn't have to be purple. And in fact, I think I've just cut myself a random piece of card. But that there, you see, when you're going to stamp that up and colour him in as well. So that is exactly the same. Can you see we've just stamped on the front and then the back again, because I love them stamped on the front and the back, exactly the same way as we have done. And then you've just got that little piece there, and then you see these two connect together, Joe. That's why it doesn't matter what the size is, because you're going to put the little bit of tape down here, and then this whole thing is just going to tack underneath here. Can you see?
Great way of using up leftover bits of cardstock as well, because how many people have got tiny little strips of cardstock in their stash that they can't bear to throw away. Great way of using them up.
Well, for me, it's easier than having to teach people all the different measurements. I mean, look how much easier that was to just do that as 2 separate cards. The whole thing with Monday Makers is, Joe, we try and demystify some of these techniques. So something that might look really advanced, the idea is we want to show you it in the show so that you watch and you go, oh, yes. Oh, I can do that. Now I know how to do it. And that's literally all we're doing, getting them ready. So can you see I'm going to put that on the back, that on the front, sorry, this is going to go on the back. And then because you've got all the stamps as well, you can finish off any one of those cards, you know, with like the little sentiment that goes with it. So on this one, I've got wishing you joy, this, and then we've got holiday. So wishing you joy, this is just going to go on the inside part of here. And then I've just got a couple of little snowflakes to go around the outside.
Absolutely gorgeous, and I love that there's everything that you need in there to make a full project as well. Of course, going with the arch is going to make it super simple for you, but you've got the characters in here, you've got the stamps in there that you need as well. So really, I think if you were going to go for some new crafty goodies that were going to enable you to make a lot of cards, but you're not going to break the bank, a value for money wise, I think these are up there with the best value for money in the show. Whether you're getting the 8 festive ones, which is on your screen there for £35 or $50, or you're getting the 6 non-festive ones for £29 or $41, or in fact you're mixing and matching, going for any two for £11 or $17, it is great value for money, whichever way you look at it.
Oh, look at that. I'm just going to do a little extra one on top of here, on for me holiday. And then that is going to look spectacular. Isn't that lovely? Quite pleased with that.
Really, really gorgeous. Director Daniel was there. It's like, have you just eaten a piece of chocolate? He's like, oh, you just didn't sound quite right. I may have had a little piece of fudge in my mouth still, yes.
Oh, tremendous.
Let me just share with you some of the gorgeous samples that have been made here using this. You can use, if you want to, all of them on here without the sentiments that are die cut. It's completely up to you if you want to do that. We've also got some gorgeous ones here. This one is a really lovely one, as you can see, with all of them peeking in and a few of them peeking back out as well. This one here, love this matte mirror in the green with the jolly and then all of that holly cut around there. Really fantastic. And you've got those cheeky chappies on the inside of there. Even got this here, which is like some festive bunting, which I think is so it's a door hanging, which I think is absolutely fabulous. So really think about beautiful home decor items as well. And then this one here, I love this. This one's got like some glossy accents on it. It almost looks like icy snow. It really is beautiful, and so many different ways of using these. So many different ways that you're going to be able to pop these together, which is awesome. Right, let me run you through the options that you've got here. So this is your festive collection. So Santa is your first option, and remember they are all the same. So you've got the stamp on the inside and the out. You've got the die cut elements, cut the character and the word, and then all the stamps that will go with it. So you've got Santa, there's the elf, that reindeer's there, the snowman, there is Christmas, we've got jolly as well as holiday. Jolly. Let me try again. You've got the bear. No, the penguin. What? That chocolate has gone straight to my head. I've got some sort of sugar rush. I realised as I was going through them, right, I realised I was reading out the characters and then I started reading the words instead. So I went back to try and correct myself and all the wheels came off. So you've got the snowman, you've got the penguin, you've got the robin, you've got the polar bear, and you've got that festive mouse in there as well. If it's a good job, we can get through that as well. I can run you through the options on the everyday ones. So here you've got the bunny, you've then got the cat, there's the dog, the elephant, the bear, and you've got that lovely giraffe in there as well. So they are your options, £29 or $41 if you want to get those, or as I said, if you want to mix and match, £11 or $17 across all of those different options. You've been sending more pictures in, which we love. Check out Julia's calla lilies, Sarah. These are absolutely gorgeous.
Hey,
really
Julia,
awesome.
and you know what? That was another card that I was going to have a go at doing, and we've run out of time, was that exact card. Julia, can I just show you? Julia, you and me have been doing the same thing. We've been looking through Facebook at some of the cards that the designer have been making and then taking inspiration from, haven't we? That is like almost exactly the same card. That's
amazing.
Fabulous. And that's what you need to do. You need to go and have a look. Oh,
Pam Craven sent this in. Love that.
Beautiful, Pam. Love that one.
And then actually this one is gorgeous from Tracy. That wonderful stag there as well, as you can see. Really fabulous. Norma's sent us in some as well with the peekaboos. I do love them all grouped together.
Oh, I love this. This is why you have to go for multiples, you see, because how much better do they look when they all peak together? Love that, Norma.
Gorgeous. And again, a couple of different options there with that one as well. Were you having a little bit of a nibble on some chocolate then as well, Director Daniel? He's like the chocolate police. He can hear it in our voice when we've just eaten some chocolate. No, absolutely not.
I also wasn't having a little mouthful of my cup of tea either.
Right, we're going to move back and have a look at the creator cards. Very, very busy on these since we've shown them to you. Now, the great thinking, oh, we're not doing these ones. I don't know where I got that from.
Joe, I thought you were just about to start. Trevor, I thought I've got time for chocolate because I thought we're doing peekaboo.
Oh, we're going back to peekaboos. Oh, there you go. We'll have to go back to Sara now then. Yes, the peekaboos. Remember, you can get. I'll just give Sara a chance to finish her chocolate first. The multi-wood, 2 for £11 or $17 across both of the different collections. Remember, the best way to get the best value is to buy them in their individual collections. You've got 6 of the everyday, and you've got 8 of the Christmas ones. This is why most TV channels do not let you have food or drink in the studio. I think we are realising now. But we're going rogue.
We make up our own rules. We can do whatever we want. You guys don't mind us having a mouthful of chocolate while we're chatting.
No, absolutely.
Not.
Absolutely not.
Right, okay, brilliant. I'm going to go nice and simple. I'm going to do this little one with the kitten. With the archways, we have 2 different types of archways. We have the plain ones, which is what I showed you, and then we have the ones with these fancy cuts in them, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the fancy cut one now and just show you, back to kind of basics, how to do a nice simple card, okay? Now, if you're going to colour it with the tri-blend pens, which I am, we're going to use Nina cardstock, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to start with your Nina, and we're going to go nice and simple. So if you want to do like a 6x6 card, well, it's not quite 6x6 because we're cutting it from A4. We're going 1 little notch before the 6, giving that a fold over. I tell you what, I haven't done that very good, have I not? So watch what we're going to do. We're just going to knit it all up now. I'm going to go like that. I'm going to cut this to 1 little notch before the 6, and then let's square it all off perfectly. There we go. Right, we got there in the end. So we've got nice, just shy on a 6x6 card. And then what I'm going to do is, I've just realised I'm missing all sorts. Perfect. I could blame Craig again, or it might be Debbie Fisher, might be our Debbie Robinson. Don't know who it is, but we've lost our perfect die.
You can blame who you want because they all blame you when you're not here.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I feel a little bit better now. I feel a bit. Well, you'll be pleased to know I have a full set at home. So when I'd done my full set at home, I'd cut that absolutely perfectly, right? And I'd laid it down like this. In fact, I'll cut the rest of it. Do you want me to cut it with a different word? Should we just choose a different, should we go friend, right? I'll just cut friend in its place for the time being. And we'll, and then you can see the one that I start and do. This is the good thing about the whole collection. You can mix and match them all.
Yes, absolutely.
It's like I intended to show you this, wasn't it?
It is, just so you could, prove the point that you can mix and match them all perfectly, which you can. And you said earlier across the festive and the non-festive ones as well, you can mix
you
all
can mix
of those
and match
words.
them all. Absolutely. Right.
Alex is asking, how do you stop bleed through on the cards when you colour the back of the character, Sara?
Okay, so 2 ways I do that, right? Either you cut them out, you put them on a separate sheet of cardstock, cut them out and colour them in. Cut them out, colour them in and stick them over the top. Or if you do it, instead of doing it with your tri-blend pens, if instead you do it with, oh look, I've got something stuck down here. That would have been a bit disastrous. Look, we still had a little penguin on the go. No wonder we lose bits and pieces, isn't it, Joe? Rushing around.
The penguin stuck to it.
Right, I've got a little bit of a penguin stuck to it. So
it's because it's not in your Tiffany storage. That's why there's bits of it flying out, you see.
I know. And it's also, the thing is, when you're at home, you're not rushing like what we are in these sort of shows. You can take your time to do it. So let's have a little look here. So what you do is die cut all of that. These lift out. All right, here we go. 1, 2, and then this one's going to lift out here. And then you're going to use your knife to just join up all these pieces, right? And then when you've done that and you're ready to stamp, you just take some of your little kitty cat. I've got the front and the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the front. Where's my stamper gone? Here it is. Right. I'm going to stamp my front part with the little cat on the front like this. And then I'm going to stamp the back part. You see how easy they are to line up? You're going to not be rushing either, so you're not going to get bits of your ink pad stuff all over, like I almost just did there. There we go. I just always love that you kind of have the one from the front and from the back here, right? So you've got the front and the back, and then you're just going to colour it in. Now, I've got my one that's actually got the word perfect instead. So actually, And I'm only having to switch to this one because I've die cut friend because I wanted it to say perfect friend. If my card says friend, it's not going to look so good, right? So right, I'm going to get my tri-blends out and I'm going to colour my little kitty cat in. Let's have a look.
Awesome. We've got the tri-blends available on the show for you today. There's a whole selection of them. They are in the 6 pieces. So do you want me just to quickly whiz through what you've got? So your options are the woodland, which has got the jade green, the gold brown, the tan shades, the brown grey, the earth brown and the ice grey. You can go for this one here, which is your natural, which has got the light yellow, citrus yellow, dull green, hydrangea blend, ice grey and the brown grey. This is my favourite one. This is the floral blend. You've got bright pink, lavender, purple, dark red, orange and citrus. This one here is your exotic and that's going to get you burnt orange, aqua blue, gold yellow, magenta, alpine green and pink violet. This is your coastal blend. So you've got ice blue, blue turquoise, true blue, light green, jade green and green turquoise. This one being your vintage has got vintage blue, antique pink, dusty purple, red brown, yellow green and muted brown. Then you've got the jewel shade for the dark red, true blue, coral shades, pale pink, blue turquoise and the bright pink. And then last but by no means least, the portrait blends, which has got coral, pale pink, fair skin, gold brown, tan and the earth brown as well. They're all available individually. The 6-piece collections are $19.99 or $25.95. If you want to get 2 of them, you can. 2 for £35 or $50 if you want to get 2 of them. If you prefer, we do have the brush pens on the show as well. Check the website for those. The tri-blends continue just to be ever popular, don't they, Sarah? Ever since we've launched them right up until today.
Always, it is like the best way to colour in. If you want my opinion, just makes your whole life a lot easier. And everything, all colouring becomes 3D colouring. Now, what I'm doing is I'm going to use the tri-blends just so that I can use this to illustrate the point that we were making about the bleed through. Right, so can you see the cat looks 3D, but when you turn it over, it's all right where we've coloured his head in because we've coloured through 2 layers, but you can see we've got a bit of bleed through on his body. So if you show you what I do, you see, I just stick this over the top and then you won't notice.
Perfect.
There you go. No, it is perfect, isn't it? So all I'm going to do, and then that perfect, I'm going to get my lovely pink metallic and just colour that in with the pink metallic as well, Joe.
All metallic markers on the show launch party tomorrow night with myself and Debbie. Make sure you join us both then. We've got a great deal on those. Sharon says, this show is like watching everyday friends getting together. That's what Crafters TV is all about, Sharon. About having fun, getting some crafting done,
having
eating
a cup
lots
of
of
tea,
chocolate,
eating some
having
chocolate,
some tea, getting some crafting done. Sandra says, well, she's having a cup of hot chocolate in her Crafters Companion mug.
Nice.
Which is awesome.
Oh, you should have sent us a selfie.
Oh, yes, you with your hot chocolate. It's definitely hot chocolate weather here in the UK at the moment, isn't it?
Oh,
it's
yes.
like the perfect hot chocolate. Even, I think it might even call for cream and marshmallows at the moment. The weather's that bad.
Yep. Do you know what? I got out today and I know it's a slippery slope downwards. Once I make this acceptance, that's it for the winter. Got the thick black tights out.
Right, okay.
The thick black tights are out. The summer is officially over. There is no going back.
I've even considered wearing a coat coming into work the last couple of mornings. It's that time. Our producer Laura, to be fair, I mean, she's got the heater on. Even in July, she's got a woolly jumper on. She's like, welcome to the club.
Right, here we go. So, a little bit on the background. This is one of the papers from our lovely set that we've got. You know, the Santa's Kitchen that just came out. This is from the Santa's Kitchen collection. Just looks lovely, doesn't it? And then, look, I've got, if I can find my other bits. Thank you for being the perfect, and then you see I ran this through the Xyron, friend. Then it's perfect to finish it off, isn't it?
And that one from our fancy fonts, if you want to get hold of that one. It does show you as well how you can really bring in loads of your other stash with all of our collections. You know, all day today really, Sarah. You've been bringing in sort of different bits and bobs from other areas.
Yep. Absolutely, and then this is what you guys all do when you do it. You mix and match them perfectly, and they just look lovely. So we can do exactly the same. There we go. Thank you for being, have I stuck this down? No, I haven't. Thank you for being the perfect friend.
How awesome does that look? How pawsome does that look?
How pawsome! Ba-dum-bum!
See what I did there? Yeah. Tough crowd. Okay, let me run you back through all the different options that you've got. So you can go through the everyday ones if you want to go for the everyday ones. Here they all are. So you've got the giraffe, the elephant, the dog, you've got the bear, the cat, the bunny, all of them in there. £29 or $41 if you want to get those. Then you've got the 8 different Christmas ones as well. So in your festive selection, you have got Santa, the elf, the reindeer, the snowman, the penguin, the robin, you've got that mouse, and you've got the polar bear in there as well. All of those for you, £35 or $50 if you want to get those ones. We had the Lily collection on this show too. Such an incredible deal on this, saving you almost £30 and over $35. Loads in here for you as well. You've got in there the decadent lilies, you've got those butterflies, the lace borders, the ornate frame and corner, the sentiments, the beautiful lilies, the calla lily, and those words of love. Really great deal on that one. Next up, we have got the essential tools. So it's your metal edged ruler, which is perfect to use that craft knife with. And then you've also got the replacement blades, 5 replacement blades in there to go with that craft knife. We've got the glues for you on the show. This is the Essential Collal Glue Kit. You've got 2 of the all-purpose, 2 of the tacky glue, and then 2 of the fine tip applicator packs in there as well, which is awesome. You've also got the double-sided creator card dies on the show. These are absolutely awesome because they are our creator cards, but what you've got is double the detail because they are a double-sided die, which is absolutely awesome. £110, $130 you want to get all of these. They are available on a multi-buy as well. I'll just quickly whiz you through what you're getting. Best value comes when you buy that big collection. You've got the Oh Little Town, which is that lovely Bethlehem scene. You've got those gorgeous poinsettias in here. You've got the festive ornaments. There's the snowflake kisses. You've got the frosted woodland in there. And also that Oh Christmas tree as well. I know that these may look on the surface, Sarah, like a little bit of a considered purchase, but when you consider that you'd spend £20–25 for a single-sided creator card die, and you think you're getting 2 of those in every one of these, they're actually the opposite. They're actually quite good value, aren't they?
They're fabulous, and they are very different. And I did say at the beginning that I would show you how to do a shaker card with them, because I think the shaker cards work really awesomely well. And this one in particular, if you're only going for 2, my recommendation is this Christmas tree one, and then the one that I used on my very, very first demonstration, the one that had the, this one here, that had the gorgeous stag on there as well. Those are my 2 favourites, although I do love the baubles. If you're doing shaker cards in particular, the baubles are wonderful. So anyway, let's chit chat. I better crack on with it, right? Otherwise we're not going to get finished. So like I showed you with the others, you're going to do the die sandwich between the cardstock, sandwich between the double-sided die plates, sandwich between your regular plates. So what that looks like is I'm going to take the glitter card and I'm going to go into the glitter card, and then I'm going to take some regular cardstock and then go into the regular cardstock. So that is the sandwich that we're making here. Now I'm going to try it again just to be cheeky, see if it likes it better with this thin one. Because we're using glitter card, I'm going to do my glitter card. Do you think I can fit you in that way? No, not quite. It was worth a try. I'm going to do my glitter card into here, right? And I'm going to sandwich the glitter card between those 2 pieces with the extra metal plating. And then I'm going to sandwich that between our 2 plates. Now, it probably doesn't help that I'm using my Gemini Junior plates and the large Gemini. If you were doing this, go on. Yes, because the cardstock was a bit thinner. 2 layers of Centuria, it wasn't having it. It's all right there with the 1 layer of thinner cardstock. And then also the glitter card. Were you having heart palpitations there, Josh, if it was going to work?
I was all right.
I suppose the worst that happens is it just sends it back through, doesn't it, right?
Yeah, and that's really important though, isn't it? Because it means that you're just not going to damage your machine. So, you know, some other machines out there that you send them through, you'd have an almighty bang and then that'd be it. You'd be sending it back off to the manufacturer again.
Yep, hoping
and the manufacturer would be saying,
about it.
have you put the wrong plate combination through here? But you know, no, absolutely not.
Yeah. Right, here we go. So if I lift this up, there we go. This is going to be my lovely background one. And this is where, you see, Joe, I added that metal plate in because I wanted the detail cut around. There we go, you see. I wanted that really detailed cut where we had the glitter card. That makes all of the difference there. Here we go. So snowflakes into the, here's another one down there. And that is going to look fabuloso. I use this a lot for like frames. So like you could just use this card if you wanted as a lovely frame with pictures of the kids in. So it doesn't have, you don't have to use both sides together. If you just wanted to use one and then put the put Christmas pictures in. I've done a lovely demo with that before. That works an absolute treat. There you go. So that's lovely, and you can put you can put something behind it like that. What I'm going to do is layer that on top of this, on top of a piece of acetate. So what you know what we're going to get back out, don't you? Oh, Brenda's coming back out.
Oh, Brenda's back in the game. 3 times in one day for our Brenda. You're warming her up, aren't you, for HSN? That's what it is.
Do you know what it is? It's the double-sided dies. If you want to stick onto acetate, this works an absolute treat. So I want you to stick it onto the acetate. There we go. Right, here we go. So lift both of those out. Notice at no point did I go zzz, all the way over, right? I did a very nice, gentle, soft, and that's how you do it, right? In case you were wondering. Joe's laughing at us.
It's the sound. You're all about the sound effects today. I'm loving it. I really, really am.
Right, so I'm going to stick this onto my piece of acetate. I mean, it's not perfect onto my piece of acetate, but it's not going bad there, right? And I always trim my acetate afterwards. And then I'm going to put this one round the top of that as well. So the good thing is, as you said before, Joe, we do all of the kind of measuring and cutting for you. So they cut out beautifully well. So that is going to layer up over top of there. So we've got a nice double layer, but then we've got that acetate behind. So all I'm going to do there is double layer it, and then I'm going to trim this down. And this is going to form the basis of the shaker card.
Awesome. Great that you can use them for things like your shaker cards as well. Very busy on the collection here, Sarah. I think we'd anticipated maybe that people would be going for the multi-buy, which you can, of course, do if you want. 2 for £40 or $50. But most people, in fact, going for the big collection because you've got a great saving there. $39.94 is your saving in the UK. $49.94 is your saving in the US as well. You will need to make sure that you've got the double-sided die plates for these dies as well. You'll find those across on the website. We do them for the Gemini and for the Gemini Junior as well. And then once you've got them, that's it. You are good to go. I think I sort of, from speaking to a lot of crafters, Sarah, hear a lot of people say that they were apprehensive at first about double-sided dies. They didn't go for them for a long time, but you know, once they did, then they're absolutely hooked and they love them and can't understand why they just didn't go for them earlier. Because they do make it so much easier, don't they? Don't they?
And I just think they look so much more professional. I mean, we're going to do a shaker card here with a double layer. How much more professional does that look than just a single layer? Now you see I've put that bit in there, and it's so that all my shakers don't drop to the bottom of the card. You see, it means I can get away with putting slightly less shakers in if you're being a little bit tight on your shaker usage, right? Here we go. Right,
what do you put in your, what's your favourite thing to put in your shakers?
Well, I tell you what I've got a little, I've brought a few of the, from the Sara Signature collection. You know, the glitter and snowflake that we did that had their own snowflake shakers. Yeah, they have. They're quite fancy, them. I mean, that's if you're going for a proper posh looking really nice shaker card. You don't have to do that. You can just do regular shaker cards if you want. But I quite like this one here. All right, so there we go. So that's going to be my shaker. And you can see, so we've got that lovely tree with the shaker bits in the inside. Now, I did do, you missed it last week, Joe, you were off. I did an ultimate masterclass.
I know, I was gutted.
Oh, it was absolutely off the chart fantastic. Everybody loved it. You can go back and watch it at any point, okay? But things like your stepper cards are all done on the Ultimate. So you want to learn how to do things like your stepper cards. You can go back and watch the Ultimate Masterclass, but then also I have a whole set of Ultimate shows coming up in birthday week at the end of the month, because we're doing a brand new USB with loads of tutorials on. So you watch that coming out in, just going to keep an eye out for that coming out in, like at the end of this month. Look for the Ultimate shows coming up. and also that USB if you want to learn how to do all your different things like all your shaped steppers.
Absolutely, loads of inspiration. I remember when you were putting that USB together, the amount of different shaped cards that were floating around in the studio, some of them super impressive. You will not want to miss out on those shows coming up, but definitely grab your ultimate now and then you know you'll be ready to get crafting when the time does come. Loving those papers there, Sarah.
Aren't they lovely? And then these are just, I'm just going to use a couple of those little snowflakes that we popped out of there, Joe, with a couple of little globules of 3D glue gel. These would have made nice little shake. They could have gone nicely in with the shakers as well, wouldn't they? But I think, you know, you might as well use the actual shaker bits. We've got more of them. And then these that come out just make nice little embellishments on your cards.
Absolutely, looks really gorgeous. Loads of you going for this now. Terry says she's going to get some fairy lights involved maybe with these create card dies as well. She's excited to get them. The ideas are flowing and she's saved this show to watch back later. Make sure you do that. You can share it on Facebook. As Facebook, you can add it to your watch list on YouTube or bookmark it, whatever it is the children do over there, and then you can watch it back whenever you like. I say that
what
because
it means is get down with the kids.
Basically, I am so not au fait with YouTube. I don't know why. It's one of those things that I just don't use very much. So I always feel like I don't know what I'm talking about. That looks absolutely gorgeous.
Doesn't it just? I think we've had a pretty good Monday Makers in terms of what we've got covered today, mind, haven't we? It's been we've got
how many did we get through?
We did the basic one with the giraffe. We did the Z fold card. Then we did the dome fronted card. Then we did the lily, which counts as 2 demos in my eyes because I taught you how to do the colour lilies and also how to do the letterpress technique. Then we did the double step and learn how to do that. We did the basic and learn some colouring techniques so you don't get shown through on the back. And then we've also got some shaker cards done.
Ooh.
Not a bad Monday Makers if you ask me.
More than 6, I think. You wait till I tell Debbie Fisher. In your face, Debbie Fisher. I'm only joking. We love Debbie. But yes, it's been an amazing show. It's been wonderful. Sarah, when are you back here on Crafters TV? Do you know?
I'm definitely here on Friday.
Ooh.
I don't know if I'm here on Thursday. I might be here Thursday as well. I can't remember. I know I'm on HSN tomorrow, which means I'm sleeping on Wednesday.
Generally
how we work.
100%.
Because we have to do HSN through the night here. So then we'll go to sleep through the day the next day. So I know I'm definitely not on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Awesome. We'll see you back towards the tail end of the week. Don't forget to check out your baskets to make sure you get all of those crafty goodies taken care of. Massive thanks to Sarah. Massive thanks to the team in the gallery as well. Huge thanks to you guys at home. And that's us done for today here on Crafters TV. There is a fabulous lineup of shows tomorrow though. In the morning, 1 p.m. I always still call it the morning show. I can't stop calling it the morning show, even though it's in the afternoon here in the UK.
It's
1
in
o'clock.
the morning in America.
All of them are in the morning, so we just call them all the morning, it's fine. A Softer Side of Life, our weekly needlecraft show, will be here first up tomorrow on Tuesday. Myself and Leanne will be here for that. And then we've got Am I with Bernie?
You're with Bernie in the morning, yeah.
Oh, it says Leanne in my calendar.
No, it's definitely Bernie.
Okay. Potluck. Tune in and find out who I'm with in the morning. I think it is Bernie. If the boss says it's Bernie, it's definitely Bernie. In the morning, I'll say to Bernie, "Oh, Bernie, I've been looking forward to this show for weeks." Oh, she's probably watching
do you
now.
Know what I think? I think I've told you a lie. I think it is Leanne.
Is it?
Yeah.
Who knows? Who?
I don't know.
It'll
was
be a
Bernie
massive.
Last week? Was Bernie
it
last
was Bernie
week?
last week. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I've got mixed up.
Okay.
Oops.
Who knows who will be here in the morning? I'll definitely be here. I can tell you that. Tune in to find out. And then also the second show of the day, a launch party with myself and Debbie Robinson. So make sure you tune in for that. We've got some great deals on metallic markers. There's a preview of something awesome that's coming up really soon as well. So we will see you back here tomorrow for another brand new day of crafting and creating. So we'll see you very soon. Take care.